Rivers.
I don't think there's any doubt that when you talk about elite quarterbacks in the league, Phillip Rivers has to be in the conversation. A guy who loves to play the game, plays with great passion, but really knows how to get the ball out wide to his receivers and just absolutely refuses to lose.
They go play action here on first down. And his first look is incomplete. They were looking for Marshall that time, and it'll be 2nd and 10. Carry for Matt Forte. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL, and a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
On 3rd down, Rivers. And that is incomplete. Trying to get it there to Martavis Bryant. And it'll be 4th down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
.47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So we've got encroachment, and that's a free 5 yards.
Too easy for the offense. A bit of impatience by the defense on that one.
Encroachment, defense.
That's what I do.
Still 1st down.
Thompson. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 4. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. And caught right side, Green. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did. Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Here's Roethlisberger. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Incomplete pass on 2nd down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on 3rd. They run it here with Thompson. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know, the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a 1st down.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he finds a man on the crossing route. A good pickup there, 26 yards. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son, and then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. Again, a run with Thompson. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Juwan Thompson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And there's a flag on the play.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And the kicker commits the kicker's cardinal sin. He kicks it out of bounds. A first down throw here for Rivers. And this is caught. First catch by Brandon Marshall. 15 yards through the air and a first down. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
On first down, this is Forte. Room here to run. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. So to carry that time for Forte, a man who turned 30 last December, Charles.
And he wants to make sure we forget about that with his new team, the New York Jets. But we do know that 30 is the dreaded age for runners.
And Forte so experienced, more touches than anybody else in the NFL the last 8 years. They stay on the ground. Forte again. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down.
The Steelers insert their nickel defense on third down.
Yeah, they add a DB. On play action, Rivers. It's complete to Flaner. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Forte, the lone running back. Rivers now to throw on first down. Bryant with a catch right side. And he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 10 there. And it's a first down for the Jets.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, but what a nice job improvising, finding other options, and completing the pass anyway.
In the red zone this time. They'll come out in the pistol. From the red zone now, Rivers. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They go go play action. Rivers. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And now out come the Steelers. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. Hayward Bay has it over the middle. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 4 to start things out. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. On second down, here's Roethlisberger. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Sheds a second man.
He's building up some momentum, isn't he?
It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Given 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. And this is caught by Hayward Bay. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a hunting down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
On the ground, it's Thompson. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They come out here in the eye. They go play action here on first down. He's got time in the pocket. Going for it all. And that is caught by Wheaton for a Steeler touchdown. Marcus Wheaton, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Steelers defense getting ready here. Now the interception for them the last time, and that turned into 6 points.
You think during their break they reminded the offense that, hey, we helped you guys out a little bit, right? You know, they want to see if they can do it again for them. They're putting together an entire team game by how they're playing on defense.
So the interception the last drive, what will happen here? And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Left side and caught by Flainer. It's a big play that time by the Jets. 33 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this. But run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
Forte, the lone running back. Rivers. Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you... Now here's... The timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And the coach has decided to throw the red flag. He will challenge this play.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Now Roethlisberger, and he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Oh, the spin. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
Well, partners, they might want to tear up their scouting reports a little bit here because they just broke tendency. 3rd down, you don't ordinarily see a toss. They ran it, and they ran it really well and picked up a 1st down. I love the way the edges were sealed, which allowed him to get to the corner.
They'll run with Thompson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Now, that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a 1st down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
2 minutes remain here in the 1st half. Back to Heinz Field after this. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Larry Ridley in Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On 3rd and 1, it's Roethlisberger, and able to find Green. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Ladarius Green, his 1st touchdown in a Steeler uniform. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
They come up in an offset eye. On 2nd down, Forte. And he's brought down after a good gain. A very solid gain of 27. And quickly they get to the line. And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock. Forte, the lone running back. Play fake. Rivers. He sets to fire deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Marshall, the intended receiver. And it'll be 3rd and 10.
I like the boldness, and I like that they took a shot downfield, but it was well covered. He was able to get a hand in and knock it away.
Defense has set themselves up nicely. 3rd and 10 now. Off the play fake here, Rivers. And he comes back with one complete. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this is caught on the sideline. But no, they'll say out of bounds. He caught it but was not in bounds. Incomplete.
Certainly appeared like they had a great chance of that turning into a touchdown, but maybe led him just a bit too much.
Yeah, out of the back of the end zone. And that's tough on a 5-yard pass, but one of that distance, that can be tough to gauge when you're in the back of the end zone. They come out here in the eye. Throwing again, Rivers on 2nd and 10. And he hits on the slant route to Marshall. And he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. They're going to hurry back to the line now. And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here. Forte, the lone running back. Now Rivers. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9. And they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. On play action, Rivers backing up. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Now, 3 straight incompletions. They don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Now Rivers on 4th down. That's complete right around the 8. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly... Okay, well, so much for the halftime report here. Guy can't even finish his Snickers. We're going to get right to the 3rd quarter. Let me spit this out. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. He juked him. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Julius Peppers in there for a milestone sack as it moves him past Hall of Famer Michael Strahan, who finished his career with 141.5.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big. But sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz. And even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Now Ben on 3rd and long. And this is caught by Hayward Bay. 12 yards is the pickup there, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. This is taken around the 12. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like in the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback that has to slide and find open space to throw.
Now it's a bootleg with Rivers. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. Now a give. Right side, it's Forte. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Matt Forte, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's gotten off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps, and maybe stopping him before he can get going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. Over the middle, here to Coates. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker. There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield, but when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much running room. Down to the 32. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
They go play action now. Roethlisberger. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. A very solid gain of 27.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him.
And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Juwan Thompson with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. And the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And the Jets set to take the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
Rivers now to throw on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. They come up in an offset eye. A give. This is Forte. Matt Forte with green grass ahead. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Matt Forte with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit. He's doing his part, but still facing a sizable deficit.
And he would like to do more, but he needs help from the other 2/3, right? He needs his defense to bow up a little bit, and he also needs special teams to maybe create some big plays and help them get back in it.
The play clock's running down. Here's Rivers. Out to his left. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion no good. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Hey, we got three. Three down. Back 20. Watch 80.
Back now in Pittsburgh. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. On second down, here's Roethlisberger. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
Taking a shot here for Marshall. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A huge play there for the Jets. And even 40 yards. Quite the uptick here from last week as the numbers show. I guess if you're a coordinator with how much you base your offense around a guy like this, do you say this week we're going to get him involved early? We have to.
No doubt about it. You know, a lot of guys script their plays to start out. I think in their script, the first
just
5 plays,
his name on there.
4 of them were right to him. Get him the football, get him involved early. That'll help the overall offense. Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Let's go.
second down, Rivers. Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a two-possession game. It is a two-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
It's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
So the D-line's going to spread out. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. Finding time. And fights. Now been hit, and he lost the football. It's loose.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. Hauled in by Wheaton over the middle. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now Ben on 3rd and long. And it's caught over the middle by the tight end Green. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. A chance for us again to look at this Pittsburgh defense. They recovered the fumble last time. 3 turnovers for them in this game. They've been, that word opportunistic comes to mind, right?
Exactly right. And you know guys on defense, they say the turnovers. The offensive guys call them turnovers. We call them takeaways. We go get them. And that's exactly what they've done in this game.
The former DB making sure you know they're takeaways on the defense.
Takeaways, man. Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Now a run with Forte. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3. And the offense moving quickly to the line. They'll try and get it with Forte. Fighting him off.
Just ran right through the trash.
They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Again, we'll see the pistol here. First down, Rivers. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Again, we'll see the pistol here. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for 1st. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line. I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
He gets this away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their third of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they missed a golden opportunity.
On second down, Rivers again. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And they'll get him down up past the 15. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They go play action here on 1st down. Left side and caught by Flainer. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a gain of 17 that time. And the Jets are going to have a 1st down. And now they're in the hurry-up. And he is enjoying another fine performance just like a week ago. Let's be honest. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. The former Buckeye, Cameron Hayward. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Forte, the lone running back. Rivers, and he's got it over the middle. Flainer, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
Offside. Defense. Still second down.
And a long way to go for the offense here on 2nd down. On play action, Rivers. And his throw is incomplete. They were looking for Marshall that time, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Now it's a bootleg with Rivers. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. It's a big play that time by the Jets. 34 yards. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. A 1st down throw here for Rivers. Over the middle, and it's caught. Brandon Marshall. And he's brought down. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Rivers on 1st down. And Myers has it over the middle. And he's brought down. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. And they're going to speed things up here. Again, it's Rivers. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Martavis Bryant, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit. Big play coming now for the Jets as they'll set up to go for 2.
55, 55. Hey, eat. Let's go.
Rivers is going to throw for it. Flush to his right. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And wait a minute, did the Jets get it? They did. Well, that certainly makes things more interesting. You get the score, then you get the onside kick. A little uphill battle still, but a start.
It's not mission accomplished, but the plan is working. They're in a great spot right now, and the best part, they put the defense right back out on the field after having already scored.
Yeah, they've got the momentum here now. One last shot now for Rivers. He's going to let it fly. And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone as time has run out on this ball game. Well, certainly a tough loss here.